A lot of CT names kind of missing in that last few pieces of the brackets. So some of the younger surfers really putting on a big charge this year at Ballito, starting off the Challenger well.
It is finals day and we are underway here in Ballito to crown champions, both men's and women's. It's the women's final underway here, and all Portuguese final here is first to the lip. Getting the scorecard moving is the 22-year-old Francisca Veselko out of Carcavelos in Lisbon, Portugal, with that representation here for making history in the finals.
Yeah, and I said she's got that little bit of a spice factor. That was
well, of course, we'll see an opening ride now from Teresa Bonvalot, who will use the priority. We spoke of the impact of the backhand turns here. So the opening theme of discussion is we have now a score apiece being set up.
From Teresa, watch this beautiful looking wall straight up. She really set that well, and she's been
priority of Francisca Veselko, and that perhaps a strategic error early on from Kika.
Really stepping it up. It's incredible. If you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor.
Well, talking of women's surfing, the final here in Ballito continues. That one just coming adrift for Teresa Bonvalot's second ride of this final here. Ballito has just had a stellar season. It's pretty on page here, but just a little slow, and maybe the rhythm is coming back now for the ocean and for Teresa Bonvalot. Another useful hammer in the corner. Beautiful translucent clear water. She'll just try and hang on to this.
This turn, we'll have a look here. You see her takeoff, just waits for the section. Nice little flick up. Watch here, she just kind of bogged out of that bottom turn and a quarter up a bit. Drag. I know you do, but well, let's watch this quickly because this could be a counter. It's looking like a nice little wave running down the bank if she can get in it.
Under the priority, wave drawing off the bank for Teresa Bonvalot, who continues to try and push the scorecard open. Another very functional turn. Her previous one in at a 3.6, feeling maybe that maneuver there, even though it was under the priority.
Well-placed maneuver. This is under priority as well. So this one stands up on the bank, sets up vertical, lots of spray again, whoops that tail around.
The stats of Francisca Veselko. And meanwhile, Teresa Bonvalot just trying to look for opportunities on the left-handers here, Kai.
Wow, going for the punt, the Wesley Dantas.
Excited for that? Yeah, super excited for that. This is where we want to be. We want to be
the top 6 on the women's side for qualification to the championship tour. Slightly slower final here with the rhythm of the Indian Ocean.
Many waves, like so many.
Well, let's have a look at the forehand attack. It's taken a while to get this together. 2-turn combo. It is a very tight heat on paper. That first hit in the lip is going to go a long way to replacing a 0.5 in the lineup.
Let's have a look at this one. So she took off, builds it down the line, nice whip off the top. Got a little court coming around that section, and that meant she was a bit late for that second turn.
It's all going to be based on that first maneuver.
Well, more movement in the lineup here for the women's final in Ballito. That is a more powerful turn with a stronger angle. Little bit of a warble here through the mid-break. We saw it trip up Teresa Bonvalot earlier in this final. Francisca Veselko, though, gets a good hit to the lip again. We move down to 5:45 on the clock.
Well, I like what Greg said, because on that first wave, maybe a little stiff, but nothing stiff on that turn there. She really attacked the lip line. Just unfortunate. Oh, she's going to let her go.
Going to let her get away again. Bowly wave here. It's an in and out. Right now, Francisca Veselko is trying to break out of the grip of the priority of Teresa Bonvalot.
She's going to have a look at this one.
She's going to break away and use a left-hander for the first time in the final. It's got a little opportunity. Now the wave hits a little bit of a twist and a wobble. That this should just be a small moment here, and it is going to be a block from Teresa Bonvalot. And now, was that a sell? And we know it's going to be a Portuguese winner. It's just a matter of the name, and it is going to be Teresa Bonvalot who is going to take out the first win of 2026, gentlemen.
Wow. I got to say, I got that one completely wrong, but great performance from Teresa Bonvalot. She really just looked cool, calm, and collected in that final. She found the wave, she put the big backhand whips in, and at the end there really just put the pressure with the priority on top of Kika. So think well-deserved win, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I look back at her event. Teresa's really taken this heat by heat. She hasn't looked at her competitors. She hasn't looked at stats. She's really been in her own zone, and she's worked hard for this win, and she's really studied this ocean well and made such good calls all competition long, and a very deserved winner here.
The discussion in 2026 has been the backhand attack and approach, the pivot in the lip, sometimes single maneuvers, making up the scores here for results, and certainly that has been the story here. Again, all the way to the finals. We saw it through the first rounds in well overhead surf on both men's and women's sides of the draw. Of course, big names like Cole Hauschmund and Wesley Dantes coming up next will continue that theme. But ever popular, Veselko on the beach, but it is celebrations here for this lady on screen, and well-deserved in a very similar thing, a European goofy footer for a win again. Here last year, Nadia Aristaba getting that win, using that backhand so effectively. We think of the outstanding performance, multiple big scores from semi-finalist Oriana Chawa out of the region as well, and certainly momentum now with the US Open in mind.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I love what I've seen. Teresa's had a fantastic final. I like what we've seen from the younger ladies as well. That new school aspect coming into it, I think that's going to be a big talking point through the Challenger Series. And surfing seems to be on a tipping point at the moment, right, where a lot of the newer surfers are coming through. You know, are we going to see the youngsters take to the world? But Teresa's worked many years, and I think she's going to find herself as well back on the championship tour.
Got to say, just watching Teresa paddling in there, in the background off to the left of screen there, I just saw this little left-hander peeling off down the bank, and both of these ladies decided to really stick up to the top side of the competitor, the south side. But you know who's paddling out now? Wesley Dantas and Cole Hauschmund, two big goofy footers. And I just wonder if the boys aren't going to head down to that left-hander.
Well, lots of questions to ask with a men's final coming up. But right now, the moment belongs to Teresa Bonvalot. She's going to take the first Challenger Series stop of 2026 here in beautiful Ballito. The full 10,000 points on that ladder will see a step in the right direction. The end goal, of course, qualification and a finish in the top 6 for a gateway access to the Championship Tour of 2027.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm with the winner of the ladies. Teresa, you worked so hard after a number of injuries to get back to this point. You came into the event, you had to grind through so many heats. You've taken the win. How do you feel?
I don't think that I have any words right now. It's just been so much going on, and I'm just super emotional right now. And yes, I don't think that if someone told me that I would win this event, my first event since a while, I would say they're dreaming. But I just try to stay positive in a way, to live day by day and try to be super present. And yeah, it's just unreal.
We had massive Portuguese support up on the deck, Guilherme, and everyone was wearing their Portuguese shirts, shouting for you. Give the folks back home some words in your own language.
É surreal. Passado 4 anos, voltar aqui a uma final, voltar a ganhar Challenger, acho que é surreal, e mais uma vez Portugal a fazer história, a meter pela primeira vez na história na final 2 miúdas portuguesas. De qualquer forma, quem quer ganhar, se Portugal ia sempre ganhar, por isso parabéns também à Kika, não só a Kika, também temos aqui a Maria, e pronto, estou mesmo fora de mim com esta vitória. Tantas pessoas importantes à minha volta, quer perto, quer longe, e sim, só estou só a querer chorar. That's it.
Well, you're taking the full bag of points. Number 1 on the Challenger Series to Huntington Beach. You couldn't have got a better result on a beautiful Saturday morning here in Ballito. Well done on an epic week of surfing.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Ballito, for the warm welcome. It's always lovely to come here. We always feel super welcome, and it's amazing since 8 a.m. so many people on the beach to cheer us up, and I think that just makes it so much more special for us that are surfing in the water. So thank you so much, South Africa.
Jessie, she got so mobbed by autograph hunters and fans as she came out the water. And back to you from a very emotional glass down here on the beach.
Thank you.